This is pure Michigan, baby. You know, frozen cars, windshields covered in snow. E92 needs a blower motor, so I can't defrost any of this until I put a blower motor in it. So I'm gonna figure that out real quick. I need to back this thing up first and get it in the center of the driveway because I can't get to the other side. Look at all this junk. We're doing some fun stuff with it today, so we need to get it going. Well, yeah, good morning, people. I just cleaned off the E92. Fire it up. Can you hear that? Sounds a little bit different. I ended up putting an exhaust on it a couple months ago. I didn't film it, but it's on there. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. We got some cool stuff going on today, so I'll take you guys along for the ride. How cold is it out today? It is 16 degrees out. So nice and chilly. It's just what I like. All right, there we go. All fixed. Got the defrost on, so we get all this melted. Toss this panel back up. This is actually one of the easiest blower motor replacements you can really do. It's like these two Phillips head, pull that down, and one tab, spin the blower motor up. All right, we are on the way today. Don't mind my voice, still getting over a little bit of a cold. Got some congestion going on, but just got the blower motor tossed in this thing. It's working, it's nice and warm. We're headed over to Seems Legit today. It's like a 45-minute drive from my house. Gonna grab a coffee and some gas, head that way. Mike and Chris recently developed some E90, I think some F80, A90 parts, stuff like that. Some adjustable control arms, front lower control arms, and a few things like that. So we're gonna get them installed on the car, get them tested out. I also have some coilovers and a little angle kit I want to try and put on too while we're there. So should be a good time. I'm curious. I'm gonna be excited to get this thing kind of low, get it all aligned, get everything set up pretty straight. We want to take it ice drifting this year, so it's kind of one of the steps is doing that. I still need to weld the diff and get a handbrake in the car. The factory handbrake works, but it'd be cool to get the hydro in. While I replaced the blower motor, I went to my house and my furnace wasn't working, so that was pretty cool. I had to get the furnace fixed up with like my neighbor who actually is an HVAC tech, so that was cool. So yeah, we're headed there. It's nice and snowy outside. I actually don't really mind Michigan. This weather's cool. It kind of keeps you on your toes, and I would rather it be snowy and cold than like just cold. That would suck. If it was just freezing out, there'd be nothing to do. But this is to keep some excitement in the air, so yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I do have an exhaust on the E92 now. I put this ATM race exhaust on it. I'll film a little bit of it when the car's on the hoist, but hold on. Well, it's pretty loud. It doesn't sound bad. I don't mind the note. It's just on the highway, it's like incredibly loud, like 80 miles an hour, 75 miles an hour. The drone's atrocious. So I think we're gonna toss another resonator in there, hopefully reduce some of that drone and get this thing kind of a little bit more tame. If I'm gonna be driving this to drift events and stuff like that, I don't want to be screaming down the highway. And my daughter hates it too. When she would ride in the car, she'd be telling me to turn it off. She's 2, so she'd be telling me to turn the exhaust off because it was so loud, and I don't really blame her. It was kind of annoying. So we'll catch you guys when we get to Seems Legit. Oh baby, let's pull this thing around back. Oh snap! Look, ZHP. It's chilling.
All right, welcome back to the channel. Mike's awkwardly standing over there, not in the shot, but we have Dylan in today with his E92. This is going to be your new drift car? New seat time car?
New seat time car, we'll call it.
Okay, we stole his old seat time car. We're doing a full refresh, every length, front and rear. We're also going to be doing some coilovers. And what do you actually call these things?
I'll call it like a knuckle block, a little angle adapter.
A little angle adapter. We're gonna see if we can use our tie rods with this end while using the knuckle block. I think we'll be able to. If not, we'll use whatever one this is. All right, Kendra, get up here and we're gonna go through the links. I'll be horsing. All right, we're gonna start with our sick new toolkit. This has all of the pieces you'll need to adjust all of our different toe links. They come in different sizes. You get a little Allen key with each of them to adjust the lockouts. Yeah, it's a pretty nice kit. We like it. Pretty impressed with it. It's got that KW vibe.
There's a lot of links in these cars, so it's
Yeah.
hard to get a full-size wrench up there and turn things. We have a little mini wrench like that. You can adjust it quickly and easily and not like hate yourself.
Also, it's aluminum, so it shouldn't mar up the rest of the aluminum. We want to keep it fresh for as long as possible.
Yep.
We have standard toe links in the rear. Our guides, these are non-adjustable because they don't need to be. I know Dylan's used to E46 where there's 2.5 links in the back, but we have a lot of links now and a lot of adjustability. You're only allowed to adjust what you actually need to adjust. Forks, pretty self-explanatory. They're forks, non-adjustable. And then we have coilovers. I didn't put a zip tie on that, so now I'm making a mess. You're keeping stock rear lower control arms, the non-Ms. So we got specific lockouts for the non-M versus M. I probably should have brought them out on the table, but when Kendra does the overview, you'll see them on the table. Like I said, the front toe links, these are our new Rev 2s. They got very fancy lock nuts. They seal with the tie rod, so that way it is physically impossible for dirt and debris to get in there. Since he owns a drift car, he'll be changing alignments a lot. You want to actually be able to change the alignment after you install parts. That is critical for doing alignments. This has some anti-seize on it, and it's 100% protected from the elements. You can even go as far as putting a boot on the end, which we might do. If we're feeling frisky when we get in there, we got plenty of time.
You guys.
We'll maybe put a boot on that. We'll give them the condom.
I don't use those.
That's why you have 2 kids. Lower control arm, pretty standard. This one is double adjustable. You can adjust it from here. Pretty standard practice. And front tension link, guide links, they got a bunch of different names. We should call them front tension links. That's what they actually are. This is what you use to adjust caster. It's pretty easy. It's got a nice knurling on it, so you can just grab it with your hand. And we also have the flats to be able to use our tools. You are the silvers man, so I'm going to let you explain silvers because that's your neck of the woods.
That's my neck of the woods. So these are the silvers coilovers we're going to be installing. I have those on my E46, and they're on the ZHB actually that you guys have.
Yeah, they were close to.
Yeah, they're sick.
And they're like, what, 6, 7 years
Yeah,
old?
honestly, they don't feel blown out at all.
We did true rears in this, so we're going to install these, rear shock mounts from Rev Shift as well. That's pretty much it. Adjustable sway bar links too, I think we'll need those.
I think we're going to throw those in the trash and use our sway bar links.
Oh, they have some, I didn't know that. So.
Also did not bring them out on the table.
Yeah.
We're just ahead of our game right now. We're just on top of life.
This is all new to me.
It's a nice Saturday
It's
morning.
new to me too.
I mean, there's a lot of links in the E92 world.
I'm still new to
You guys are the
Yeah.
E46. I'm in an E46 sandwich right now.
E46
Of just
has
like,
trade horse suspension.
yeah, E46 squat, it goes
Yeah.
burr and it goes
Like,
forward.
yeah,
that's
that's
it.
it.
Tires do this when you squat and they drive off. 5 link is, yeah, you can, yeah.
One
Shield
more
less
less
points.
Cool.
5 links, the future. Everything after 1985.
What
All right.
Are
You guys have
suspensions designed in the 80s?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
Probably
the
was.
36 came out like
Yeah.
92.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When did E36 came out in 92?
Yeah.
I should own an E36. I was born in 92.
Old.
I know.
Don't.
I'm old. We're all old.
You're
All
rusty
right.
and terrible.
Plan is we're gonna just jack this thing up. We're all gonna stand on a corner and we're gonna try to rip everything off as fast as humanly possible. Let's get to it.
Alrighty, we got the car up in the air. Gonna zip these wheels off. Kendra's filming with multiple cameras and my phone. Here's all the links we're gonna be doing today. I think we just went over them. Kendra filmed and we went over them, right?
Yep.
So, coilovers. Don't mind my voice. And a little angle kit. We'll see how that works out. So that's it. Got Charlie over here. He's been eating boxes. He's being good right now, though. Chris knows what he's doing. Mike's just blasting.
It's just sometimes you just gotta blast.
When in doubt, I'm not even gonna say it.
What, blast it out? So we got to pull this one off.
Yeah, so we're
That one off.
keeping this one. This is the lower control arm, so this stays. Toe in the rear,
Okay.
fork, and then guides at the very top. Or cambers at the very top, guides at the front.
Okay.
Your shock is fully blown out.
No, not this car. So yeah, replace that one. All of them basically, except for this one.
Yeah.
So this one though, this one does toe and this one does camber. So other ones can stay static. They're not adjustable.
Nope.
And then
Doesn't matter.
up here, we're gonna be pulling this one off and this one off and this one off. This one will just become, this is the tension rod. Lower control arm. What's that?
It's the first Saturday of the month.
Oh, a tornado. Here's the exhaust I was talking about. It's really loud and not fun. And it's already rusting. So that's cool. Stay blasting, Mike.
I never stop.
All right, we're like 3/4 of the way through getting all the rear suspension off. Got all the control arms, or I shouldn't say that. I should say the camber arm, toe arm, and the guide arm off. Then we're gonna start pulling out the suspension to get the coilovers on. Shouldn't be too bad. Chris is probably more familiar with this than I am.
What do we got here?
What, the coilovers?
Yeah. Pretty simple. This is the new rev shift bushing that he's going to be running. It sits in here. This nut is definitely going to suck to get off.
Yep.
So I might not even try. I'm just going to undo these two nuts,
Okay.
and that'll remove the whole bushing from the arm.
Yep.
And then we'll remove the
Top one.
I want to say carpet, but whatever the inside trunk material is,
Yeah.
we'll just fold that down, and it's just one top nut.
Cool.
It's pretty simple. So I'm hoping this thing just goes burr.
Chris has been a big help. So these the silvers I went with. The guys over there are pretty sweet. Spec these out for me. So they're 12K front springs and 8K rear, true coilover. Kind of similar to what I run on the black E46, but this car is a bit heavier. So we went with a stiffer spring. That's kind of what Brendan recommended as well. So we'll get these kind of tossed on. I know a lot of people don't like true rear, but I think it's kind of the move. I'm not really a fan of divorce stuff. I'm not a fan of divorces in general, so.
No, we don't support divorces.
Yeah.
Go to therapy, figure it out.
Yeah, couples therapy helps, and that's what we're doing with this car. They went to couples therapy. So in order,
Instead of like the pressure treated wood for the.
oh yeah, Mike's here too.
Wait, that wasn't. Delete that.
No way, dude, I'm keeping that in there. I'll beep it out. Anyways, so I forgot to mention with this, SLG has eccentric lockouts for these because we're not going to be adjusting the camber with the lower control arm anymore. We're going to be adjusting with the other arms, so we're going to lock this out. In order to get this rear spring out, we need to take these bolts out and drop this whole thing down. So we'll go ahead with that too. I forgot to mention that. Everything's kind of coming along. Got the coilovers in. Still gonna start working on these control arms now. Just got the eccentric lockouts down here. A lot of little things that kind of come up that you forget about when you're doing this kind of thing. So, gonna get all that together. That should go by pretty quick, right, Chris?
Oh yeah, we're flying now.
We're definitely flying. Poker
Moving
night.
and grooving, baby.
Right, Chris is getting all these links lengthened up. So pretty much when you do this, you just want to make sure that the links that you're putting back on the car that are adjustable are the same length as the ones you pulled off. Look at Mike, he's grabbing his junk. So we're just going through doing that. And make sure when you adjust them, you're adjusting them from the center and not from one end because you'll run out of thread. So gonna get all of those kind of measured up and toss them in. Check out this. This looks tits. All the arms are in, even the fork, trailing arm thing. Coilovers in. Guide arm and camber arm. I like how much real estate we have now. Before that spring was just kind of in the way. Same thing as the E46. So, last thing we need to hook up is this sway bar end link, and then we're gonna move on to the front. That looks sweet. Showed up. He's gonna take care of this whole thing.
Fucking sick nasty.
All right, what are we?
Mr. Alignment over here.
What are we looking at?
What are we looking at? You know, these nice little arms right here. Look at these. What are these, Fortunatos?
Silvers.
I'm just joking. What? Oh, silvers. Ooh, those are nice. Those are a little bit too fancy for you, Dylan. You might not need those. You should probably give me them, I think.
All right, we got everything put on the car in the rear. So we got the trailing arm, fork, guide arm, coilover. Everything's all tightened up. Sway bar end links. And don't look at that, man. That's the...
Hey, she's not leaking. Oh wait, she is leaking.
No. And we're gonna work on the front now. So got the control arms, tension rods, coilovers. I keep forgetting we have to do the coilovers.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the biggest
Honestly,
hurdle. Setting the ride height, I think, is gonna be the biggest hurdle.
You slam it.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
The hardest thing. Honestly, though, we're gonna undo the lower control arm bolts, the tension bolts. We're gonna take the tie rod off. We're gonna undo the coilover, and we're just gonna drop the whole thing forward. And we're just gonna replace all the links, and we're gonna shove it back in the hole
right.
and tighten it down.
Fair enough. What should we set the front lower control arms to? A little bit longer than the stock, or what? And we have to try that. We have to make this shit work too.
Yeah, the worst case, we could use all the stock stuff for that. We'll try to use ours if we can.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If not, we're just gonna run the stock stuff.
Cool. All right. Had to break out the big guns. All these stripped bolts, dude. You haven't.
Oh yeah, dirt road, Shimoni.
Dude,
I don't know what I'm doing now.
flip it around the other way, buddy.
The kid can see that.
That's like right
Oh
there.
yeah.
It doesn't have reverse.
see 'cause of this.
You think that's?
Oh yeah, get the knuckle. Gotta hit the knuckle.
I have
Alright, this shit is junk, dude.
Got the front. Chris, come on, dude.
Yeah, that's me. What's up, coach? Put me in the game.
Okay, we got in the front of the car ripped apart. I didn't film this because it doesn't matter. It's just like a bunch of bolts and stuff. It's kind of a pain in the ass. These thrust arms.
Pull it out. Look at. Oh yeah, look at this removal on camera. Oh, you're so good at your job.
So I test fitted this bracket right here, the angle adapter, but we still have to put the lower control arms on, tension rods, and then the control or
then
coilovers.
Coilover. I think we're gonna do
How bolts.
Oh yeah. So this kit uses
lug nuts.
lug nuts. So in case yours fall out of your wheel spacers, you can toss these in. So.
Well, no. If this falls out, you just take one of your actual wheels out.
They
wheel
thought
studs out and replace
they
it.
thought
So
about
you
it.
can keep driving. You only need a 4-lug.
So back of the car is down. I think I filmed that.
Yeah. See,
got-
dude, he's got melty brain syndrome.
I'm actually kind of tired. We started this and Chris was like, it should take us like 2 hours.
I did with the
At 12 o'clock.
Took the shit
Yeah,
out
it's
of
been- Yeah. And they got poker tonight, so.
We gotta get this done.
Yeah, we
Get
gotta
up there,
jam
climb
out.
in the engine bay. We gotta
right.
take the coilovers out next.
All right. We're still here. It's late now.
They don't even know what time it is.
It's like 8 o'clock now.
They're all.
That's why we're in a cement building, so you can't see daylight.
Shout out to Chris because he's here helping. And everyone's playing poker upstairs while we're working on the car. Not that I know how to play poker, so I wouldn't be playing anyways, but yeah, we're getting the front end done now. Just one more sway bar end link to hook up, and then, I don't know, look over everything, put the wheels on it, see what the alignment's like, see what the ride height's like. Hopefully we're not too far off because that's a whole other animal. But let me flip the camera so we can film this. All right, oh, I forgot to mention, we couldn't end up using their Seems Legit's tension rod because this angle kit I bought is having some issues with it, so we'll worry about that in the future. But for now, we got the lower control arm on. At least we can adjust these and add track width, add camber if we need to. Got the silvers on. Got them just randomly adjusted. I don't know if this is a good ride height or not, so we'll find out pretty soon. Snugging everything up. Here. Look at that. Boys playing poker.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Chris is gonna go up there and win when we're all done.
I hope so. I told them to blind me out, so we'll see.
You're gonna make $40, dude. It's gonna be worth it.
Ooh, big money.
You gotta pay for your Vegas trip now.
But we got a lot of stuff going on here. Don't mind it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Just trying to make stuff happen real fast, and you end up getting 10 people here watching all this stuff go down, and people are cutting things, and people are helping. So
people helping, people hurting.
yes, true that. Here we go, guys. Everything's on. I think I showed this already, but all the arms in the rear, all the silvers, coilovers, true in the rear, and then we got this up front. So like I said, we couldn't put the tension rod on due to some hardware issues with this angle kit, but we did get to use the SLG lower tow rod, which this time is like, I mean, no hate on the kit I bought, but look how much larger this time is. It's like almost double the size, so that should last a lot longer, especially if I hit someone. These are adjustable, so we set them up so they're equal on both sides. You're gonna see what that kind of camber that gets us. This has adjustable Ackerman, so we just have it set in the middle right now because the dust shield doesn't clear, so if we set it too far out, it won't work. Sway bar links are on, silvers are up front. So everything's torqued and ready to go. We're gonna toss some wheels on it, see how it comes out. All right, I think she's locked in, buddy. All right, we got everything tightened up, I'm pretty sure. We didn't align it because we just don't have the time tonight. It's like 9 o'clock at night. I gotta drive this home in the snow. It actually looks somewhat decent, probably a little bit of toe out up front, maybe.
I pulled in just a tad, like one rotation.
Yeah.
So you're probably, if I had to guess, a quarter like toe out in the front.
Yeah.
But both sides are like perfectly even side to side.
So we, I tried to check angle, but instantly the angle kit was rubbing the whatever this arm is called. So we're gonna probably get that changed out in the future, but I need to add wheel spacers right off the bat. I just adjusted the low coilovers in the rear and the front, get them a little bit lower. I'll worry more about the rest of this stuff later when it's not Saturday night at 9 o'clock. Chris is snugging up all the jam
We're gonna go
nuts.
through all these. So we're
Yeah.
not doing a full alignment and just tighten them.
Yep, cool. And then hopefully we go snow drifting within the next couple months. If it freezes, we're gonna stud these bad boys and get to it. Thank you, Kendra.
Thank you.
And thank you, Chris.
Thank you.